Hey guys, David Dobrik here. Now, I'm gonna let you fuckers in on a little secret. I happen to be very insecure. I know, it's hard to tell at first glance, but I really do have a lot of them. But enough ironic self-loathing aside, let's talk about insecurities. Why do we doubt ourselves? Why are we afraid of saying the wrong thing for fear of being judged? Why do we get jealous of other people's accomplishments and question our own worth? Why do we think we're ugly? Well, probably because some of us are actually ugly, but that's beside the point. And more importantly, why do we care so much about what other people think of us? I know I certainly don't.
If you couldn't tell, that was sarcasm.
Yeah, I play by my own rules. No one else's. Only my own. I really don't care what other people think of me. I do my own thing. Because I'm cool. I hope you realize that no one is actually like that in the real world. Everyone cares what people think of them. Some of us are just better at hiding it than others. And there's really not much we can do about it.
But why?
Why? Why?
I'm glad you asked, my loyal viewer. It all comes down to a little thing called science. You see, humans are social animals, and therefore we rely on external factors for support and sustainment, whether it be physical, such as food and protection, or emotional, such as friendship and camaraderie. With all this in mind, it only makes sense why we would place so much importance upon our interactions with others. After all, back in the ancient times, people with poor social connections were often the ones that didn't survive. It's a little bit different now since we have things such as Netflix and instant ramen, so we really don't have to worry about the physical aspect of things such as survival. But social isolation still doesn't fare well for our emotional well-being. This is where the insecurity part comes in. One of our primary motivations in life is to be accepted by our social group in order to survive, or in modern times, to achieve social prosperity or clout. And the more clout you have, the more socially prosperous you become. And while there certainly are some of us who are more insecure than others, I'm here to tell you that everyone experiences insecurity to some degree. So if you feel bad about yourself, don't fret. Everyone else is in the same boat, or at least swimming in the water nearby. Ooh, that was a nice metaphor. Everyone is insecure. Even that bully who steals your lunch money and calls your dick small. He's insecure too. Oh my god. But even taking into account that social interaction is integral for survival, why does some of us take it to the absolute extreme? Why are we so overly focused on impressing others? Can't we just be born confident? I freaking wish. After all, confidence isn't that hard to fake. Well, in reality, humans are insecure for a reason, and insecurity in and of itself does serve a purpose. It all comes down to our perception. The reason we avoid certain social behaviors, such as raising your hand in class or burping at the dinner table in front of your girlfriend's parents, true story, is because we perceive those behaviors as socially unacceptable and therefore more likely to get us into trouble. Fuck off. Inversely, we perceive other behaviors such as holding the door for other people and telling a joke that everybody laughs at as desirable and therefore deserving of credibility in order to help us achieve social prosperity. To put it in layman's terms, it acts as a sort of filter on our behavior in order to keep us in check. Our brain tells us which actions are right and wrong and dictates what to do and what not to do in social situations. But I already know you're asking, so why are some people insecure about everything? Why do they have absolutely zero confidence? Why do they think that everything they do is wrong or embarrassing? I hate how much I can relate to this. And this brings me to the main point of this video. While the idea of being slightly insecure may pose some benefits and acts as a defense mechanism against social rejection, the idea of being overly insecure is a different, much more serious issue. The idea of being insecure about everything is a mental health disorder that was created through overly strict behavioral expectations in society. God damn, how long is this? In today's hypersensitive day and age, anything you do and every move you make could be seen as rude, offensive, or overstepping bounds. Calling someone by the wrong gender pronoun, making a joke about a certain group of people, or simply expressing an opinion that isn't very popular are all examples of this. These behaviors have become so stigmatized in society that people have become hyper aware of their own social blunders in hopes of not upsetting the people around them. And I think it's led to a lot of people overthinking their behavior and questioning their worth in society if they fuck up. It's even in the name, insecure. People don't feel secure in social situations anymore. And it's because they're so hell-bent on impressing other people that they feel as though they're not good enough. And I would know. I feel this way too. I mean, come on. All jokes aside, I'm insecure as shit. You don't need to be Neil bitch-ass Tyson to figure that out. If you couldn't tell already. Well, you probably can. Never mind. So what can we do about it? How can we become more confident in ourselves? How can we become more secure in social situations and not have to question our own worth or esteem? Fuck. Cum in my throat. Well, I hate to be a cop-out here, but I'm not entirely sure. Some people tend to think that this overcorrection of people's behavior is a good thing, as it allows people with problematic ideas to be called out and face the consequences of their actions, i.e. cancel culture. And you already know how I feel about that. And with that said, using this mentality in a toxic manner or to silence other people certainly doesn't bode well for the mental health of the average person. And I think it's turned otherwise confident and socially prosperous individuals into shy and awkward emotional wrecks. Oh my god, dude. It could also be the cause for why anxiety and depression are so prevalent in today's day and age, with people constantly worrying about what others think of them and in turn doubting their self-worth. Fuck. And I think it's gotten to the point where people are so scared of saying or doing the wrong thing and being judged by other people that they completely shut themselves off from the rest of society. God, I'm gonna have to get a drink of water or something. But I'm here to propose a solution. We need to be more forgiving of people's faux pauses. We need to allow more room for error so people can become more comfortable in social environments. After all, no one is safe from making mistakes, and we should at least try to be forgiven for the things we do. Oh, fuck my dick, bro. Fuck it good. So the next time one of your friends makes a rude remark or just says something generally stupid, instead of shunning or excommunicating them for it, just let them know that it probably wasn't the most brilliant thing to say. That way they can learn from their mistakes and grow from the experience instead of feeling ashamed and hating themselves for the rest of their lives. I smell weed. Let's try to build bridges, not walls. Because after all, is it really so hard for us to support each other? Instead of tearing other people down and making them feel worse about themselves, we should be building each other up to become the best people we can be. So long as we're willing to change, I think we should be forgiven for our past mistakes. Of course, it's a long-ass sentence. It's okay to feel insecure every once in a while, but don't sacrifice who you are just to meet other people's standards. Insecurity is simply a byproduct of social restrictiveness, and if we can eliminate this perfectionist mentality and allow people the chance to express themselves in a more unfiltered and comfortable manner, I think we'll feel a lot better about ourselves in the long run. We need to teach people that it's okay to fuck up every once in a while, as long as we're willing to learn from that experience. We need to teach people that it's alright to feel a little embarrassed for what we said or did every once in a while, and that it's all part of the learning process. We just have to be constructive about the situation and not compromise that person's self-esteem just for one wrongdoing. After all, they were probably just trying to impress you. Fuck. So don't worry so much about what other people think. Now that might not sound easy in practice, but hey, even I was able to do it. I stopped caring a long time ago. And at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, don't we? That's just part of what makes us human. And the good thing about human beings is that we can learn from our mistakes. That's all for this one. Take care, guys.